Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Star Wars Jedi Survivor, where we have two last tasks to perform. One, we need to get to Tanalorr. Can we see Tanalorr from down here? No, we cannot. Not at least from this angle. Two is confront Bode. And then that's it, but I kind of wonder what's going to become of this confrontation. Especially since he does have a daughter. He does, and a young one at that. It's definitely very complicated. Not to mention, we'll actually, like, what does Tanalorr actually look like on its surface? Maybe it wasn't what they had actually dreamed of. Maybe the idea of Tanalorr was more meaningful than the actuality of it. But, like, this is far too far at the end of the game for whatever activities here are going to have any risk. Because, it's like, we're going to be blasting through the Koboh Abyss. No ship has survived the Koboh Abyss, except for those with the compass that allow them to travel through. Like, we know we're going to make it. Because we're so close to the end of the game. They don't have any room in their budget for more crash landings. More recovery from those crash landings. Interact with the holotable now.
Cal, is it time?
We're heading to the Abyss now. Fire up the arrays.
I'll be monitoring your progress from here. May the Force be with you all.
And you, Z.
Okay, we probably didn't have to go into light speed to get there, but still.
Well, what do you think is taking Z so long?
Dagan Gera was the only person to live through what we're about to do.
At least we will die together.
So that
Hey,
means...
great talk,
Oh,
kid. Hopefully they can fit that on my tombstone.
They won't need a tombstone because you'll be vaporized by the Abyss. So that means Centauri Kree never saw Tanalorr.
Wow. Here we go. I know. You want to fly this thing?
Okay, I think that was an affirmative yes.
Beautiful.
But what is it?
Yeah. I'll bet that's what all the other poor saps said right before they were torn into Vortex Chow.
Space matter?
Great. Now it's an obstacle course.
Also, how are we getting back?
Coming too fast?
But you are faster. Stop piloting and start flying.
I'm rerouting power from deflectors to the engines.
What are you, crazy? You're trading safety for speed.
Exactly. We're all in on you, buddy.
You're right. It's my ship, ain't it? Greasy does it, baby!
And that's the thing. Like, Grease just needs to remember that Dagan didn't fly there with a compass. It didn't exist.
Is it me, or is this tunnel getting a tad cozy?
It's not just you. Z, what's going on?
The arrays are overloading. There's nothing I can do.
faster.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
Wait a minute. Are you crazy? If you jump into hyperspace blind, they'll be picking up pieces of the Mantis all over the outer rim.
Do you trust me?
You know I do, Cal. Let her ride.
Now.
Ah, we're not dead. Yes, that is the natural thing to do when you have survived such a near-death experience. But also, in theory, we could have probably let...
Three-armed son of a Gundar.
Well, at least none of us lost our cool.
Nope.
Wow. I hope it's worth it.
That's what I'm saying, like... After everything we've been through, like, do we need to lose more to get nothing? Ah, a meditation point. Okay, if I step out of this ship and Scuba Steve is out here, I'll be like, I believe it. I don't know how he got here. Scuba Steve, not Scuba.
So, this is it. Tanalor. You and Marin be careful out there, okay? Yeah, you too, BD.
We'll all be okay, Grease.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Cal. I don't plan on living out my days on this rock, especially not with that traitor.
We'll be back soon.
Can I talk to you? No. What is missing? Fast travel. I mean, it looks nice. But then again, maybe there are hidden
So
threats
this is
and
Tanalor.
animals. Yeah.
Not what you were expecting?
I don't know what I was expecting. So much has changed since I first heard its name.
The temple's this way. Dagon and Centauri Kree planned their future here.
And look where it got them.
Both dead. Well, Kree eventually would have died anyway, considering the High Republic was so long ago. Dagon driven to madness. Maybe both? Oh. Oh no, wait. I did see Tanalor once in a vision. Towards the beginning of the game. It's just been
Bode
so
will not
long.
let this end peacefully. He has already used fatherhood to justify betrayal and murder. Now we have him cornered, with nowhere else to run. He will kill or be killed.
What does he even expect to do on this planet by himself?
Well, say something.
You're right. But what about Kata? She's not much younger than we were when our families were taken from us.
I know.
That's the
You and I will
complication.
carry that loss for the rest of our lives. But Kata still has a chance.
Yes, she does. Very well. We will give Bode the choice to stand down. For Kata's sake.
And ours.
What is this? So yeah, Centauri Kree probably did see Tanalor. Well, probably. She did see Tanalor because they did build the Jedi Temple there. They fought off the invaders. But Dagon did not lose his arm there. He lost himself. And yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, we're not going to just straight up fight Bode.
I keep thinking about something Seer once said. A warning. Every Jedi faces the dark side. I feel so much hatred towards Bode.
Seer won her battle with the dark side. You will too.
He's still here.
Good.
Like, how long would he expect to keep his daughter here? Like, she's only a kid now, but she'll eventually need tampons. Space tampons that are probably even more super absorbent.
Fall back to the temple. The Nile are enveloping our position. Master Gera, that is an order.
Why does the map just stop here? Yeah. Huh. I mean, it looks nice, but its inaccessibility is its main feature in this time of war and strife. But if you expect to develop an army here, you need resources, the ability to extract those resources, the ability to craft those resources. Like, they would have needed a lot of people beyond just Centauri Korean crew. They really would have needed the assistance of the Jedi Council.
Do you hear that?
Kata.
But also, how did the other people, how were they betrayed the first time?
Are you very far? All night long, I will sing you songs. If you watch over me, close stars hiding in the night. All your friends are oh so bright. When the sky is clear, I can sense you near, looking down on me. Co-stars silent in the sky. Now I start to wonder why. Show me your light. I've waited all night. Co-star, won't you sing with me?
There's a tone of sadness to that song. It's peaceful, but there's still that kind of that sadness attached to it. But yeah, how did the invaders get through the Kobo Abyss? Let us meditate. Should we spend our... Let's spend our skill point, that way we don't need to worry about getting it back after we inevitably die. Where can we actually throw this in? Nope. I only see the one, so yep, sure, why not? Oh, hey kid.
CD1.
Hey, Kata. This is Marin. She's a friend.
I'm sorry Papa hurt you.
Yeah.
He said I'd never see you again. What are you doing here?
Kata, your father stole something very important. We're gonna ask him to give it back.
Will you show us the way?
Okay. Follow me. I don't like it here. It's dark and lonely.
You don't have to be afraid. Better?
You're very pretty.
I don't know if a green light is necessarily the best choice. But yeah. Like, this isn't a place you retreat by yourself to. Like, if you don't have a community... Like, did he even bring any board games? Or is he just going to brood?
Kata! How did you get here?
It wasn't easy.
You shouldn't have followed us.
Papa, don't!
Stay back, Kata. This is the only way to keep you safe.
She will be safe. I promise, Bode. But listen to me. It's over.
Lay down your weapons.
This planet will be a haven for those hunted by the Empire, including Kata and you. But you have to surrender now.
Go outside, Kata.
Listen to them, please!
I will decide what's best for my family.
All right.
You will break.
Aha! Ah. A little bit of stance changing. There we go. Ah.
Distract him. I will strike from the shadows.
There we go.
It's over,
Oh. Very nice. No, thank you. I'd rather die later. Can I mash strong enough? And I did. Fantastic. Oh. It's a convenient,
Now, BD.
It's convenient that it doesn't have his jetpack.
Let's do this.
Ah! No! Stop pushing me away. Your child will die. Ah, thank you. Not even BD. Let's embrace the darkness, I suppose. I mean, he punched BD. Ah.
Help me, BD.
Ah. Ah. Oops, come on. Ah.
Where's that night sister?
All right, let's try that again. That was very inconvenient that I happened to get up just to dodge directly into his hits. Yeah. But while we're here, let's check out these echoes.
Our decision is final.
Master Ancesis, please. He has the will to fight.
And I admire it. But it is not only his life we would risk. The ships are leaving. There is no time. I suggest you both join us.
All right. Ah.
Stand still. You need to heal.
Okay. Now I.
You will yield.
There we go. Ah.
Distract him. I will strike from the shadows.
Okay, we're almost done with phase 1. Ah, this isn't even a cutscene. This is just gameplay. This is just raw gameplay going on here.
Trick for you. Run!
Ah. Alright. Well, it's almost like getting like a free health stem, picking up your souls, so to speak. Ah.
Bleed out. Now.
Ah, come on. What is the point of the dodge button?
What you got, Caston?
Take that! Okay. Ah.
You know you're weak.
No, I'm really cool.
I'm hit.
I don't know if this is better or worse.
You were always weak.
Ah. Damn it. Come.
Help me, BD.
Yep, I can still mash. I can do that. Oh wait, I also have this.
Not a chance. You can't beat me, Cal. Right here, buddy. Come on.
All right.
Don't put this on your daughter.
Bode, we know what it's like to grow up alone.
Please, listen to them, Papa.
All right. And when the Empire comes, will you be able to protect my little girl? I'm sorry, Kata. I tried.
No, Papa!
Stay back!
We gave him so many chances. But in his... But in his outrage, he's even attacking his daughter in the process. Does she get to stay at Pyloon's saloon?
How are you feeling?
Ugh.
Better. Thanks.
Good. We should speak. I was not much older than you when I lost my family. For many years I carried this pain. I did not want to feel better.
Why?
I thought if I let go of the pain, I would be letting go of the people I loved. But I was wrong. And one day, I met someone who also lost his family. Together we found another way to survive. This pain is yours. It is part of you.
When my mother died, it changed Papa. And me too, I guess.
Yes. But it does not have to define you. And you must not let it consume you.
And that's the issue with Bode, is it defined him, and it consumed him. The question I have, though, is he's embraced the dark side quite a few times towards the end here. It's been his get-out-of-jail-free card. If Respawn gets around to making another Star Wars Jedi game, are we going to delve a little bit more into that? And then there's also the voice of Seer when Cal jumps to lightspeed. Is he going to be able to communicate with her in the same manner that that is sad? As if the toy is a representation of her time with him. Or is she giving it to him as a spiritual gesture as her father moves on from this life to the next? But yeah, is Seer going to still be appearing to Cal in the same way that Yoda or Obi-Wan had appeared to Luke? Will Cal Kestis's mustache game only grow more powerful in the sequel? We'll find out then. Okay. I was wondering, hey, everybody was walking the way they were.
saved my life on Bracca. You let me walk my own path when I needed to. You taught me what it truly means to be a Jedi. Now you're gone. We will continue your legacy, Seer. We will build something that can outlast the Empire. I promise you that. I promise. But I'm scared. I almost lost myself. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for what comes next.
Cal, guide her through the darkness.
Are we talking about Marin, or are we talking about Kata, who probably is Force sensitive? And whose lightsaber is that? Was that Seer's lightsaber? Okay, so I was just overthinking that. That was just Seer's lightsaber. So that was Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It was really good. I feel like there are certain issues with it. With its gameplay mechanics, with this desire to be a more immersive action game. And we'll get to that in a bit. But, no, it was really good. Maybe we'll get to that now. Okay, so my main complaints about the game is you spend so much time on Kobo. Like, the focus is on more of an open world this time, as opposed to, like, a lot of linear worlds. And just so much time is spent on Kobo, wandering around, doing these side quests, and a lot of the side quests just give you monies to unlock cosmetic items or cosmetic items. So it's like, I guess. There's sometimes you get some story out of it. You get some big encounters, which is cool. Eventually, like, once I finally started unlocking stims, instead of just, like, I spent so much time in this game only having 2 stims available. That took quite a while to get to. As a game, it does a really good job of selling the idea of a Dark Souls light. Like, I feel as though, like, Dark Souls has always been... Dark Souls 1, or should I say, going back, even Demon Souls, like, that entire lineage has kind of been an opposite to the rise of more streamlined, easier games. Like, you look at the era that's just before that, and you see a lot of, like, action games with, like, regenerating health bars, cover-based shooters, a lot of that. And then Demon Souls shows up and says, hey, what if we just make a third-person game that's just hard? And Dark Souls is like, hey, let's keep doing this third-person game that's just hard. And I feel as though it's not actually just me. Like, watching reactions to the recent Summer Game Fest, people are talking about, like, well, we don't necessarily need a Souls-like. We don't need every game to be a Souls-like, because eventually the idea of exploring open, abandoned areas, fighting new creatures, is just going to become a repetitive cliche in the industry. Like, it needs to be more than just that. Like, Lords of the Fallen, I played the original version, I haven't played the reboot. But Lords of the Fallen suffered from being basically just Dark Souls, but like, it did not innovate on the idea at all. And that's one of the tricks that essentially a lot of game developers have had to do. And one of the tricks to allow it to become easier for people to access while also trying to hit a more mainstream market is to go for a Souls-Light approach. Because it says, hey, maybe we don't necessarily want just the difficulty. Maybe we want the ability to explore to our heart's content. Develop a character with a fighting style that we enjoy. And have a little bit of challenge. Or should I say the amount of challenge that works for us best. I played this game on normal. It has multiple difficulties. That's great. The problem I have with the fighting system in this game is, like, there's so much dependent on specific animations, specific pre-rendered animations. Like, when you dive onto somebody and do a diving attack, Cal will lock into a specifically rendered animation for attacking that enemy. There are a lot of situations where combat feels a little bit more difficult because it's constantly adjusting your position to where you should be for the animation. And I feel like that's one of the things that you look at Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls, like, there are specific movesets for that. But a lot of the times it's just you swing and the bad guy takes damage and maybe staggers in the direction from which you are hitting them. But if you dive and attack somebody, like, you don't suddenly flip around to their front because that's the angle at which the developers designed your downstrike to be. I don't necessarily remember how deep the combat was in part 1. It's been a little while. But I feel like they did a pretty good job of adding on, like, we had the lightsaber and blaster, which I felt I was just going to shove aside. They added on... They definitely did a good job with the styles, making them each feel unique in comparison to each other. And I'm surprised that I actually did enjoy using the lightsaber and blaster combination more than I expected. The fact that I even finished the game using the lightsaber and blaster combo, I think is a testament to that. That I ended up using that as opposed to the crossguards stance, which aims for more damage, or even the basic lightsaber stance. And the story? The story was excellent. I feel like there's a lot of difficulty in regards to making a story in an existing universe, because you have to kind of like fit it in without affecting the direction before and after. Like, in this game, Seer beats the shit out of Darth Vader. She still loses the fight and dies, but he still limps away from the fight. But we don't know when this takes place. This could take place at any time before the let's see, this would be after the prequels, but before Rogue One. So yeah, it could be at any point in time, and they could just kind of fit that in without necessarily affecting the sacred timeline. But what's most important is just the character development, the character interaction. The search for Tanalorr, the importance of, like, wondering, is Tanalorr even worth it? And especially the importance of holding on to yourself. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. I would like to see some more. I wouldn't mind seeing a Star Wars Jedi, whatever they subtitled Part 3. For now, though, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.
Well, it's not exactly what we expected. But this place is our home now.
Yeah, Grease. Yeah, I guess it is. Still got a lot of work ahead of us.
It will take time to contact the hidden path.
And find the anchorites.
And build a saloon. I mean, the place is creepy, but it does have franchise potential.
This belongs with you.
It belongs with all of us. What do you think, kid? Should we give it a shot?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Ah, that's the spirit. Oh, that's great. Come on, I'll bet you're hungry. I'll make you something to eat. Did you ever have a scaz stick?